Well, I just watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie in 3D. Don't ask how I wore the glasses. And I'm going to talk about whether or not it's worth your time today. Let me just start off by saying I'm not a fan of the Illumination Mario movie, the 2023 one. I think it's just really mediocre and kind of desperate, just held together by a bunch of references and Easter eggs that people know. And the announcement that Fox McCloud would be in the movie just made me think, oh, game over. It's just going to be the same thing. And to be fair, I was kind of right. But this movie is a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable than the previous one. Illumination clearly didn't learn anything between movies, but why should they? I mean, it was massively successful and most people liked the 2023 movie, so I probably wouldn't change anything either. I'd just keep going the way I was before. Some of the references that they did include were pretty facepalming, like Princess Peach having the letter and then it just shows up like the beginning screen of Super Mario 64. That made me groan. I was like, oh no. And I mean, 4 characters from other Nintendo franchises show up in this movie, 3 of them in short succession of each other, being Rob, Olimar with his Pikmin, and then Fox McCloud. But Fox McCloud actually has a role to play in the story. But Mr. Game & Watch also makes an appearance here, but to be fair, that one was actually pretty funny. And I do also think it's really funny that this movie doesn't even try to pretend that the characters have emotional or meaningful arcs, like in the first one where they tried to have Mario and Donkey Kong do that. They were just like, nah, it's just pure, we gotta rescue Rosalina, and that's the entire thing. No arcs whatsoever. I think that's really funny. I mean, if anything, the fact that the plot is literally just rescue the princess means it's technically more accurate to the plot of actual Mario game. I actually kind of respect it. I'd rather the movie be honest about how shallow it is. Like, the Mario Bros meet Yoshi, and then the next time we see him, they're just acting as if he's always been part of the friend group. It's so weird. Even Toad is confused by this.
So some dinosaur just shows up, and he's now part of the group.
And no, him acknowledging it's weird doesn't suddenly make it not a problem. It's just really funny how lazy and unashamed this movie is. And I'm a girl who likes herself some bad movies as long as they're entertaining. This is that. This is one of those cases. The bit preceding the climax when they're on a dinosaur planet with a T-Rex was really the only part of the movie that I felt was boring. That kind of dragged. Everything else, though, was fun. It still has the problem of characters being able to use power-ups they've never interacted with before, as if they have been trained with them. It's so weird to me that keeps being a thing, considering there is a training montage in the first Illumination Mario movie. And it's also weird to me that Mario has to specifically hit Bowser in order for the mini mushroom to wear off, as if Bowser didn't hurt himself by slamming his tail in the castle door, or if he couldn't just jump off of the tiny castle to hurt himself, to make himself big again by losing the power-up. That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, the animation looks really cool in 3D, by the way. I know this has been a completely disorganized video, I just thought it would be cool to say that. Fox's inclusion was pretty cool. I mean, he's basically just a pilot, but he does some pretty cool stuff. He has a really cool intro, but once again, nobody has any character arc in this movie, so it's not like this isn't something I can analyze really, or other than just listing what happens, you know what I mean? It's entirely possible that the only reason I like this movie as much as I did is because of the fact that I received a rejection letter today, so I needed something to help me get my mind off of that. I don't have any connections to the Star Fox franchise, but my dad, I think, likes it. I have some friends who like it. Hopefully this gets the franchise back into the spotlight so they can actually make something and make those people happy. I don't think that series has done anything in a while. The part where the Mario Brothers are turned into babies is just completely pointless. I guess them being stranded as on a dinosaur planet at least means that they have to communicate with the Loomis and therefore get the common observatory. But I don't know. That scene just kind of felt like filler. Almost nothing important happens other than the fact that they beat the Loomis. It could have just been cut, or at least significantly trimmed down. If you like Rosalina, though, this probably isn't a movie for you. I mean, Rosalina is barely in it. She only has 5 minutes of screen time. And if you ship Peach and Rosalina, oh shit, you're in an even worse position because they're confirmed to be sisters here. But if you want to talk about characters not getting much screen time, unfortunately, my poor wife, Birdo, is only in the movie for 10 seconds. She's at a casino run by Wart that Peach infiltrates to get information out of him. Well, no, actually, she chases a monkey that robbed Toad, and then she gets information out of him because he's just working with Bowser for some reason, I guess. It's not really explained how they are working together. but that happens, and unfortunately Birdo is just completely shafted, and that makes me sad. The voice cast is better this time around than in the previous movie. The characters actually sound like themselves, as in the new characters actually sound like themselves. The old ones sound like they did in the previous movie. But like Donald Glover as Yoshi, he's actually trying, which is really funny to me because I mean, come on. You hired Donald Glover as Yoshi, okay? It's really funny to me that it's said that Peach and Rosalina have the power of the cosmos when they touch each other, but all we ever see them do with it is make plants and give building equipment to people, which, like, they have to repair the castle at the end of the movie because it was completely destroyed, but they don't just make another castle using their powers, they instead give the other people building equipment. That's so stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Once the movie comes to Planet Bowser for the climax, though, it suddenly comes alive. Like, it actually becomes really fun to watch. It still has writing problems, but it becomes really fun to watch. Like, Bowser Jr. tries to kill Peach and Mario using this shitty Mario Maker level he made that's unfair and supposedly unbeatable. That's fucking funny. I like that. And Luigi tries to use the paintbrush like Bowser Jr. does, but he makes Game & Watch because he's bad at drawing. See, that's actually funny. I like that. What I didn't like so much is that Bowser Jr. makes a dragon, which then eats him for some reason, and then Mario saves him from the dragon, and then Bowser Jr. and Bowser don't want to fight Mario anymore. I thought that was pretty stupid. And the fact that they get put in a regular Mushroom Kingdom prison doesn't make any sense. It honestly reminded me of the last night without the Decepticons were in a human prison, because Bowser and Bowser Jr. can breathe fire. You can't possibly contain him with metal bars. That doesn't make any sense. Bowser literally destroys a building in the first scene of the first Illumination Mario movie. It was fun. I had a good time, but I won't deny that this isn't like a type of movie that should be happening all that often. You know, I do think children should be getting more intellectually stimulating masterpieces than just this. And no, it being a children's movie doesn't excuse it being poorly written. Children are smarter than people give them credit for. They deserve good media just as much as anyone else does. I guess I'm part of the problem because I paid to see this, though. But yeah, it's not a good movie, but it is a pretty fun time. If you think that this sounds fun, you should probably go watch it. Oh yeah, and I guess Fox just gets sent back to his own universe at the end, so I don't know. Maybe they'll make a movie about him. Oh wait, I only just now heard that there is apparently a credit scene with Daisy in it. Okay, I didn't stay around for the whole credits because I needed to get to class. Sorry. Daisy's easily my favorite of the three Mario princesses. Peach is boring, Rosalina's less boring, but still really overrated. Daisy's actually a strong character with a likable personality, and she's still only the third hottest character in the movie because Fox and Birdo are in it. I mean, I guess maybe the fact that the movie doesn't have that good of a story doesn't bother me all that much because Galaxy isn't my favorite Mario game. I mean, Galaxy 2 is, but I don't know. I haven't played the original Galaxy until relatively recently. Oh yeah, also, isn't it weird that Donkey Kong is only in this movie for a single second? Like, he was a major character in the previous movie, and then he's only in a single second of a montage in this one. Could they just not get Seth Rogen back? I guess they just couldn't get Seth Rogen back. That was a really strange way of doing that, to me at least. Still not as good as the 1993 live-action Mario movie with Bob Hoskins. Now that was a cinematic masterpiece everyone should see. A dystopian sci-fi thriller against the upper class? Now that's awesome.